Afternoon, everyone. I'm Ben. We're going to be doing a warm-up today. Do about 15 different exercises, around a minute each. So pitter-patter. First one we're doing is neck roll. So just roll in your neck. Doing some circles. Do about 10 in each direction. Find that mobility, stretch out those muscles a little. Alright, now that we're good there, next we're going to do is some shoulder rolls. So we'll start going backwards. Just nice little circles. Again, do about 10 of these, each direction. Once we're good there, go the other direction. Loosening everything up, getting ready for our real workout. Next we'll do some arm circles. I'll do these with one arm because that's the only way I can do them. You'll do them with both. So arms out to your side. We'll go forward circles first, start with little ones. And after a few of those, they'll get a little bigger and bigger. Bigger, and once they're big, we'll start getting smaller again, smaller and smaller and smaller until we work our way down, and we'll go backwards using those stabilizers with the small motion, finding that range of motion with the bigger circles. Oof. Crack and pop. Once we're at our big circles, we'll start to go down, smaller circles and smaller circles. Next one is the swimmer stretch. This does your chest, so arms out to the side like a T, back and forth. Swinging it left and right in front of you in the transverse plane. Very good. Ignore the chickens, sorry about that one. Next one we're going to do is helicopters. So again, arms out to the side just like we had them with the swimmer stretch, kind of like a T. If you're more comfortable, you can hold them out in front of you, and we're just going to move our upper body, keeping our lower body stable. We'll move our upper body through that transverse plane, finding motion in our lumbar spine. Back and forth. Nice and warm. Getting that heart rate up. Next one, we're going to do some trunk rolls. So standing here, bending at our waist, we'll go down towards our toes. From here, we're going to do some bigger circles with our entire upper body. So creating a circle with your arms in front of you, working that sagittal plane, feeling some stretch through your hips, through the back of your legs, and your your abdomen a little. Once we do a couple in one direction, we'll go the other. Very good, very good. Oh, all right. Next, we'll do some hip rolls. So standing here, you can have your hands on your side, wherever's comfortable. Just doing some circles with our hips. Finding that range of motion. Keeping your core engaged. Belly button to your spine. Once you do enough, going one way, about 10, we'll start going the other way. Excuse me. All right. Next, we'll do Hamstring stretch. So from a standing position, you'll take a step forward, like you're lunging. Knees bent at about 90 degrees. You're going to take your hand on your front leg, put it down by your ankle, push your leg out, your hip out, reach up to the sky, come back to that original position. Your other leg, again, knees about 90, lunge position, hand, elbow into your knee, push it out, reach up in the opposite direction, look up, put your hand up if you feel like it, come back. We'll do about 10 of these total. Really getting those hips to open up. Should be having to utilize some of your balance skills to not fall over as we're in this position. Alright, shake those legs out. Feeling that burn a little bit. Next we'll do some side shuffles. We're going to be working our lateral leg muscles and glute muscles. So you'll, from standing a little bit wider than hip, shoulders with your feet, come down to an active squat. If we can't be in an active squat, it's more than okay to be standing up. From this position, we're just going to take some side steps, probably moving out of frame here. We'll do about 10 steps in each direction. Again, making sure we're engaging our core as we do this. I'm feeling it in the sides of our glutes and on our inner thighs and our adductors. Next is the hamstring swing. So from a standing position, you'll take a step forward, put your weight through your heel, toes to the sky, hands out in front of you. Bending from your waist will come down, swing your arms, come back up, other foot. Weight through your heels, toes to the sky, bending at your waist, come down, swing, come back up. Do about 10 of these. We don't want to feel any pain. Just a nice stretch in the back of our legs. Controlling our movement with our upper body. Again, this will work some balance. Oh. All right. Again, gotta shake those legs out. Always keep that blood flowing. Next thing we can do are some leg swings. I suggest finding a surface, rest your hands on. Like this. You'll take one foot out in front of you, balancing on your opposite foot. You will then swing laterally. So take your leg, swing it out away from you, come back. We'll do about 10 on each leg. Feeling the stretch in our glutes and our adductors. Really stabilizing with our leg that is touching the ground and not swinging. Switch legs. So again, on one foot, leg out in front of you, swinging it back and forth. Again, this one is important that we're still using our core to stabilize. It should not be painful. You should be feeling a stretch, but nothing more than that. Alright. Next one we'll do is a dynamic calf stretch. So again, using a wall, a chair, or something you can rest your hands on. Have them out in front of you, legs out behind you. Feeling your legs, a stretch in your calves. We'll start to pump our legs back and forth. If you'd like to make this a little harder, you can step a little further out. Easier, stepping a little closer in. Back and forth, back and forth. And do about 10 on each leg. Really getting that blood flowing. Starting to feel the burn now. Woo. Next, we'll do some ankle rolls. We'll start, yeah, it's always good to have something to grab onto. I don't have the best balance. You can start with either your toes on the ground, and we'll just do some rolls like this. If you'd like to make it a little bit harder, you can go on one foot and do some circles with your ankle. Once we do, five in one direction, stop. You can go the other direction. Localizing all of that movement in just the ankle. Don't want any other spots to be moving right now. Once we're good there, we'll switch the other leg. Again, we can start with our toes on the ground and just do some circles with our ankle. If you want to make it harder, balance on one leg. Start doing those circles. Once we got enough going that way, about 10, we'll go the other direction. We're still stabilizing our core here, making sure we're always engaged. Whew. Should be pumping that blood around. Feeling like we're about ready here. All right. And next, we're going to do some strengthening exercises. This first one we'll do is called a dead bug. If any of you have done bird dogs, this is similar to bird dogs, except you're on your back instead of on your hands and knees. So we're laying down on our back. Bring your legs up with your knees bent at about 90 degrees. Hands straight up into the air. And as you drop your right leg, you'll drop your left hand and then bring them both back. As you drop your left leg, you drop your right hand, bring them back. Just back and forth. You're more than welcome to do what I'm doing, which is using both your hands at the same time instead of dropping one or the other. We'd like to make this a little more challenging. We can add a twist to it. So as we come up, twist, drop, come up and twist, drop, come up and twist. Feeling that in our abs and our obliques, transverse abdominis. Once we've done about 10 to 15 of those, we'll move on to our next exercise. The next one is called Angel Devils. So this one, you'll be laying on your stomach on the ground with your hands out in front of you and your arms out in front of you and your legs behind you. Slowly get down to the ground. From this position, you will flex your entire posterior chain, bringing your feet a couple inches off the ground as well as your hands, like this. From here, you're going to imagine you're creating a snow angel, but on your belly instead of on your back, using your arms, swinging your arm back, bringing your thumb to your glutes, forward, hands up here, back and forth. Do 10 to 15 of these. Really engaging those shoulder muscles and that shoulder girdle. Keeping your glutes activated. Making sure we're still breathing. All right. All right, thank you very much for joining me today.